So here is the first video review from PlayStation Trophy Hunter. Today we're looking at Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn, and it's the PS4 version. So I've not actually seen the PS3 version. I'm not too sure on the difference in graphics, but this game is absolutely beautiful. So jumping straight in, it's 40 GB download, which is pretty standard for a PS4 game, and it costs you around £30 in the shop, or you can get a PS3 disc for about £7, and you can upgrade for free. So a lot going on the screen at the minute, and basically it's a lot more action based, and there's multiple enemies and also multiple players as well you can join with. So the quests are sort of like the previous game, and this is a dungeon you got on the screen here, and there's a lot of waiting time sometimes, so unless you're in a party with friends, which is a bit of downfall because I've actually waited about 20 minutes. And this is what you come out with. This is, of course, a few guys from Gaming Generations playing last night with a drunken Jonas, doing whatever the fuck he wants. So this is one of the main story bosses, Ifrit. You might remember him from, of course, Final Fantasy VII. Now, this game uses a lot of repeat characters and also a lot of new ones in terms of enemies, of course. But by all means, I've upskilled him quite nicely. So with the action system there, it's fast, and it sort of goes along the same lines with the active timing system. And the only downfall I saw with this is that you can run out of attack points quite quick, and you're stood basically looking like a dick, which I did in that video there. So quests, there's plenty of them. There's absolutely thousands. Some are low level, some are high level. It's just depending on the area and where you are in the story, they should come quite fluently. And of course, you gain quite a lot of nice items from them. Not so much the main story quests neither. So as you can see there, I'm blocked out of that one. They're the main story quests, and they come at each level. Also with the classes as well, a lot of missions will be blocked out, but you can easily swap classes later on. So just going into this place here, Chocobos, they come a bit later in the game, but of course they've kept them in as with any other game. And it's a bit of a ball chew to get some of the things as well. So just do that there. I'm just going to show you the menus. Now the touchpad really works really well with this. Sometimes it can slip and you're lost out of your menu, but it's quite easy to click back in and pick up where you were. So here we go. This is all within the options button on the game. It's quite easy to navigate, no complex issues with it whatsoever. And just in the bottom left there's the talk bar, so like if you're in a party or if you're doing something else, sometimes it's a bit annoying with all the different commands and the different inputs you got to put into it, but you soon get used to it. So just showing you the hotbar there, fully customizable as I said there, and just tailor it to how you see fit. There's the item bars. Instead of pressing the options button, you've got most of the commands there, making it a little bit easier. But of course, it can be fucking annoying when you hit R1 by accident and you're trying to fight someone. So just looking at here, I don't know why they really added that. It's pretty pointless. Well, this is basically all the actions you get when you level up. I still haven't learned how to do the limit break. Instead of having it individually, you have to do it as a team, which I still haven't managed to do. Fuck knows. Also, materials quite different in this game. You've got to craft it and attach it to weapons. You don't have any single magic output from it. It just enhances your weapon a bit. So I'm going to try and stay away from that as much as I can because I haven't a fucking clue. So these are basically actions you get as you level up, and also enhancements to some of the stuff I've got in the taskbar already. Once you get going in the game, you will learn all about this, and when I first started I was like, what the fuck, and it was really confusing. And of course, there's a player v player option on here, but as with things like the Chocobo, you've got to wait till you level up to use it. I think there's only one trophy related to it as well. So pets, I believe it's the magician classes what have those. And there's my Chocobo. Minions, anyone can have these. There's plenty of them. Apparently there's fucking shitloads. I've just got two there. And he's just what you saw on one of the other bars there. So you don't really need to go in here, but it's a nice little addition for customization. So there's things like the armor, fully customizable. It is quite a distance between the levels if you want to have stronger armor. But it's quite fluent to level up, which is a good thing. And so I got to level 20 in the space of a few days. As you can see there at the bottom, it's like 140,000 XP to level up where I am at the minute. Challenges, as you know, the trophies are a fucking grind. I posted the other day, I thought I'd hit the 1,000 trophy, but it's actually 10,000 enemies. So a lot of hours to put in. So subscription is of course around about, I think it's £7 a month, and you get 30 days free when you first try. So it's handy that you can add it in between the main games such as Watch Dogs and shit. So if you're ever stuck as well, you get the duty finder, so you can easily find a mission. But the only downside with that is that if you're in a low level place, it'll only bring up level 1 missions. So I found myself the other week without a mission for days, because I was trying to avoid using a guide as much as possible. So once again, on the navigation bar, guide to all your challenges. There isn't so much trophies related to it, apart from things like crafting, which is another grey area until I really get into that side of the character. So overall platinum times plus 600 hours, and basically that's going to cost you around 40 quid subscription wise if you play it consistently. So travel's quite good. Well, when you get a bit further on in the game, at the start you're doing a lot of teleporting, which costs money, and also a lot of walking around, which takes fucking hours. But if you get your Chocobo, or if you've got the airships later on, it's not a problem at all. So free companies are a good aspect to this game. We've just bought up the Gaming Generations one there. And basically you can get invited to this at any point, but to actually make one you've got to do a bit of grinding to level 30 and pay quite a handsome sum of gil. So as you can look here, Jonas has made this group up, hence the reason why he's at the top of the list as I think it's a major or a colonel or something. There we go. So it's got its own ranking system, and you can also earn rewards as you level up within your company, and also there is another Grand Company, which are the main factions in the actual mainstream game itself. So there's always plenty to do and a lot of incentive to carry on with the game. So there is a lot of pointless tabs. You won't really be using much of this. It's just the mainstream battling and the hotbar and of course the map. So that's basically all the menus. So you've got the obvious system menu there. So really easy to manage and runs nice and smooth with what you're doing in the actual game itself. So depending on what you want to do, of course, by all means you can sit down, have a look at that, just sat there by a campfire, whatever takes you please. Or of course you can do a bit of this. Or even a bit of this. Is of course the battling. Be sure to check out the end for the overall score, and thanks for watching.